Hi, I'm Raina, and welcome to episode 6 of Beholding Out for a Hero, where the sidetrack is the main track. If you're a fan of people giving unfortunately named fantasy restaurants 1-star Yelp reviews, then this is the podcast for you. Stick around for more shenanigans.
1, 2, 3. That sounded so off.
Yeah, it sounded
For me, that sounded really good.
That must mean you're one of the off people.
I swear it's never gonna sound right to all of us. Hello, and welcome back to Beholding Out for a Hero podcast. I am Nico, the DM for this campaign, and today's session question is not a question. Tell us a weird fact about your body. And I'm gonna go ahead and start and say that I have 2 less teeth on my top jaw because the dentist said I have too many teeth, so they took 2. And I deeply regret not asking for them back because those would have made some like really cool earrings, and I could have been like, they're real bone. They're my teeth. So much regret.
I remember there being more to that story before, and that was the second half of it.
Yeah, that is the second half. So much regret. Because like, what are they going to do with my teeth? They're just going to throw them away because it's like a biohazard. I could have had them.
You don't know that.
Nico, I think there needs to be more context to the second half of your statement.
There will not be.
No.
We're moving on.
Nope.
They would just make sick earrings. I don't see what the problem is.
The bone thing will make a comeback.
Yeah, I will.
Probably.
Rest
All the
assured.
time. Don't worry about it.
Let's see what the D4 says goes next. John.
Oh, hey. Hi.
I think your
I'm-
dice are loaded.
Yeah.
It's just John constantly.
Damn, do your dice have a crush on me?
Apparently, it's the new set I got.
Hi, I'm John. I play Patches. And a fun fact about my body is that I'm allergic to grass.
Hey, I'm allergic to grass too.
Aww.
I'm that white.
All grass or just like like certain grass?
It seems to be pretty much all grass. I don't get extreme reactions, but I get little red hives all over my arms. When I was really little, I did a somersault in the grass without a shirt on, and I got really bad hives on my back.
Oof.
Alrighty, popcorn. Raina.
I'm Raina. I play Jem. And my fun fact about my body is that I have an extra vertebrae in my spine. I found this out because I fell while roller skating when I was a freshman in high school and had to get an x-ray done because my back hurt so bad. And they told me, you have an extra vertebrae, no spinal damage, but you do have an extra vertebrae, which does absolutely nothing for you or against you. So there's your fun fact.
That's wild.
Question,
Yeah.
Does that mean you have more vertebrae than the average giraffe?
I have no point of comparison.
I think they have the same number as humans, but they're just longer, right?
I think that's right.
Perhaps, but I don't know.
How many vertebrae do giraffe have?
Versus humans.
Next tab. How many vertebrae do humans have? I know how to make my Google searches real concise. Giraffe have 7 neck vertebrae.
Okay.
It doesn't say how many total vertebrae, it just says 7.
Oh, it is not true. Even though the neck of a giraffe can be 8 feet long and weigh up to 600 pounds, they only have 7 neck vertebrae, the same number of neck bones that humans have. But unlike our vertebrae, each one is 10 inches long.
But what about back vertebrae?
Yeah.
I don't think that it says. But the same amount of neck vertebrae.
Oh, Raina, is your extra vertebrae in your neck?
No, it's in my lower back.
People also ask, do giraffes have 7 hearts?
What?
And the
Well-
answer is no?
That's the number of vertebrae.
Why would you ask? Which animal has 32 hearts?
It must be an octopus or a jellyfish or something.
Octopus have 3.
I can't believe there is actually an animal that has 32 vertebrae. Or hearts.
Another frequently asked question, do humans and giraffes have in common?
Just do they?
Oh, it's a Nico question. For reference, humans have apparently 33 individual vertebrae. Serena has 34.
I have 34 vertebrae.
Popcorn Ashley.
Sorry, humans are born with 33, but they only have 24 by adulthood. So I guess you have 25?
What happens to the extra bones?
Like, when you're a baby, you have more bones, and then as you grow older, they're supposed to, like, dissolve.
Or the bone thief comes by and steals bones from your body at night.
Give them back.
It's like the tooth fairy, but for your bones.
Well, I was like 15 or 16 when I got that x-ray done, so it's possible that that extra vertebrae is gone now.
No, I think, like, infant is when they fuse.
I don't know.
There's so many of us in STEM and none of us with the answer.
Well, just because we're in STEM doesn't mean we're in human anatomy.
It's true.
I never took a human anatomy class.
I purposefully skipped bio.
I have one of those. Human anatomies, I mean.
I have one. I'm an expert.
In college, I was taking human anatomy because I had to for biomedical engineering, and then forgot there was one last chapter in the semester, and that was on kidneys, and I completely failed that session, or that chapter. And now I work with hypertension and kidneys.
Uh-oh.
So I did things right somewhere along the way. My name's Ashley, and I play Miki, the tiefling bard. My weird body fact is just that my front four teeth don't meet, so when I talk, there's just a lot of noises. And also, when I eat a burger, I can't chomp my way all the way through a burger, so I usually eat burgers with a fork and a knife.
If you eat something like pizza or something soft, like that makes indents, do you have like a little line where the gap in your teeth are?
I have to drag the pizza away from my mouth.
A rip and tear strategy.
Yeah, I can't cut it with my teeth, which is why I also eat my pizza with a fork and a knife.
Oh, just like that guy from Beyblade.
What?
Really weird pull. There's a scene in Beyblade where the bad guy, who's supposedly a grown man, is eating pizza and orange juice with a fork and knife.
He's eating orange juice with a fork and a knife?
Have you ever had orange juice and pizza at the same time? It tastes like barf. I don't know why he's doing it.
They had to make him seem extra weird. He's an adult, for goodness sake.
This is like the antagonist from Yu-Gi-Oh!, who's also a freak of nature.
Kaiba?
But is it worse than putting ramen powder in your almond chocolate milk?
Where do you think John got his inspiration from?
Yeah, I learned from him.
Hi, I'm Elaine. I play Kitty with an IE. Man, which one do I want to share here? I've got so many. I guess I'll just go with the most recent one. So, one day, Ashley's actually staying over at my house for a friend's wedding, and I'm playing a super chill video game called Life is Strange True Colors. Highly recommend if you're into story-based narrative games, by the way. Super chill, and my lung decides, nah, I'm not feeling it, and it popped. A couple days later, get an x-ray, because I'm like, yeah, this is weird. This doesn't feel normal. Ended up in the hospital for a week.
In other words, Life is Strange took Elaine's breath away.
First game to ever do it.
It's her own joke. I just stole it.
Yeah. I was like texting my brother that night when I was like waiting for them to do the procedure, and I was like, oh yeah, hey, this is the first game to take my breath away. And then I shared it with Ashley.
And with that, we'll get into our session summary, which is going to be done by John.
So it's day 2 of trying to deal with... No, wait, it isn't day 2, it's still day 1.
No, we slept.
Well, we slept once, but...
No, but this is the first day we started the investigation.
Oh no, he's right. Day 1. Or he's wrong. Day 1.
Edit that out. And remove all of it.
No. I'm not editing this episode, but Nico, no.
Edit it out. Nico, I'm trusting you with my heart and my soul here.
Oh, that's going to stay in.
No, fuck.
Oh no.
Are we allowed to swear? I hope so.
Are we allowed to swear?
Yeah. Don't worry, I turned on the explicit flag.
Yeah,
for
I
our
feel like
podcast,
I
so-
can't speak for more than an hour without swearing, so...
So, we're in the soggy chicken. Right?
No.
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 No. When the what you...
That was yesterday. So we're in the Wet Eagle. We split up. We take 3 of the rooms. Because we hear that there's something nefarious going on. People are leaving, running out of the building. So we wait and we listen. Kitty with an IE and I, we're chatting. We're making conversation, passing the time, when we see someone walk past. A woman, pretty tall. Average looking, I think.
No, she was hot.
Was she hot?
She was hot.
Yeah, this one was fairly hot. I wrote it down in my notes, so it must be true.
A little hot. We chase after her. Kitty with an IE and I, we're running around. I put Kitty with an IE on my shoulders after she put some dust in her eye. Jem comes to save us. We've realized that this has been totally pointless. We didn't find anything out. We come back in. Turns out that woman's in the lobby. She's talking to the manager. The manager, he makes some delicious pies. We all have some pie. We realize it tastes a little weird. I either do or do not taste it, depending on if I have taste buds or not. That's when Kitty with an IE realizes that she's tasted this before. It's her favorite kind of meat. So we run down to the butcher. It's called After Dark. It's where the hot lady works. And we're like, hey, what's going on? Why, what? Turns out they're preparing people meat. And apparently, Kitty with an IE likes to eat people meat. Which, I'm not one to judge. So you can like what you like. So we figure maybe that has something to do with this whole situation. We also noticed a few other things. There was a suspicious beggar that seemed to be kind of casing the joint. A Drazen the manager for some reason chose After Dark despite it using human meat, or just like humanoid meat, which means we all ate some of that, which is something that we all have to grapple with internally. Except for Kitty with an IE, obviously. We took a little bit of time. We figured it out. Kitty with an IE being a cannibal comes to light. And now we're all back in the Wet Eagle, and we're just going to talk it out. We need to lay it out all on the table so that we can be honest with each other and figure out what's happening here at the Wet Eagle.
The figurative table, I would say, not like a literal table, because then Kitty will eat one of us.
Oh, hey.
Wow, way to draw conclusions based off of preconceived notions.
Kitty said that explicitly.
She said last session, I wonder how you would taste.
That doesn't mean I'm just gonna eat you at the first chance I get.
God.
I think that was my favorite session summary so far.
So many calls for help.
Yes?
And corrections of facts. So, the party is gathered in somebody's room. Doesn't matter whose room. I assume you all shuffle off to somebody's room for a more private conversation than otherwise would be in the lobby.
Alright, so I think we have 2 very separate issues to address. One is Kitty's dietary restrictions / habits, which maybe we won't touch that with the 10-foot pole just yet. The other thing we probably need to solve is what we tell a Drazen, because I imagine he doesn't know.
Oh, he doesn't.
I don't imagine he wants to know. I don't think we should tell him, but I think we know why no one's coming here anymore.
He said that he thought it was duck? Pork? I don't remember what he told me. I didn't write it in my notes.
Oh, I didn't either. But I think the big question here is, how did other people figure it out?
Is that why they're leaving at all?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just not a clean facility.
Yeah, maybe they left for some other reason. They didn't realize it was the mate.
I don't think we can draw any conclusions on our own based on the scant knowledge we do have. So we probably need to go talk to them. The other thing I want to put out there is, as this draws on longer and longer, how is the group feeling about, actually solving this mystery because we know what the answer is?
I'm not throwing the butcher down under the bus. I said down. Why did I say down?
Down under the bus. Australian buses. Do they have buses in Eberron?
Sure.
On the train tracks, we'll say.
I'll say it's probably like a street trolley sort of situation in Sharn, or like possibly in other big cities, but like in the rural area, nah.
But yeah, I'm not throwing her under the bus. It'll destroy her business, and if you don't want me finding my own meat, then I need to get it from somewhere.
This is true. She did say it was locally sourced.
I don't know that makes it better.
Doesn't the Drazen also have the right to know what he's putting in his food?
Does he have to know?
I mean, yeah. This is also harming his business.
Well, we don't know if it's this or not yet.
Yeah, it could be a million things. We're not sure it's his cooking.
I think to determine anything, we should go talk to, the one who threw up. What was her name? Marlena Jade? Jake?
Jail.
It was... No, Toma and Constance felt sick.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh.
I'm glad you took notes because I literally just wrote the names down and I didn't put anything else next to it.
I mean, it was good to know. Time well spent. But yeah, as I recall, I was also going to tell all of you the whole story regarding Kitty and I. But if you want to say that for later, I'm not going to stop you.
No, I'd like to hear it.
Yeah.
Me as well.
You may continue on your monologue.
Well, alright. Kitty, take it away.
I nom on the omnoms. And Jem found me, and here we are.
Yeah. Ta-da! The end.
That didn't answer any of my questions.
How long ago was this?
Oh god. I always forget.
We have about a baby of a friendship.
It's been a few months, at least.
Not a full year.
Yeah.
Close?
I think closer to a year, but not a full year. I don't know. We're both really bad at keeping track of time.
Yeah.
That was going to be my next question.
Is why we don't know?
Are you both really bad at keeping track of time?
Yeah. I'm an elf.
Yeah, and how do your toes work?
My toes. They wiggle when I want them to.
I was being facetious.
Oh.
How do your toes work, Patches?
Yeah, do they wiggle?
Or do you have
A little.
beans?
I do. It's like a barefoot. Shut up.
Wait, do your feet have claws?
No.
Does your armor cover your feet?
Yes.
Do you
I
have
have greaves.
fur on the top and bottom of your feet, or just the top?
Why did it? I didn't want it to come to this.
Do your hands have claws?
No.
Why are you declawed?
I was a teddy bear, not a bear.
What do you mean was?
Well, I am. But my original created purpose was to be a teddy bear. They didn't make me anatomically correct.
I'm thinking on those bingo cards. Patch's anatomy has to be the freeze face.
That's true.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot to make those this time. Sorry.
That's okay.
It's okay. You've got a few days until episode 2 pops out.
Jim, you said that you weren't like a city elf. Where are you from?
From the islands.
Where are the islands?
Very far away.
Like in what direction?
Yeah, north, east, south, west, up, down.
I guess they're east of here, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, east. Far away.
Like across the continent, east?
Yeah.
Anybody who wants to, go ahead and roll a history roll to see if you know what Jem's talking about.
I don't think I'm allowed to.
I forgot to get a character sheet!
Yes, Kitty, you would know very little, but you can roll anyway if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, because Dr. Illyris would have been from there. Potentially.
That's a 19.
Oh, someone knows their geography.
19. Okay.
Do you think she would have shared? Should I roll a disadvantage to see if she shared with me?
No, just roll regular. You just have a higher DC.
12. Oh, wait, hold on. Intelligence?
History.
History. 16.
16.
Oh, good. Oh, that's a 7. Okay. That's an 8 total.
Okay. Miki, you know that there are islands east of here. You know
Let's
that
be
they're
honest,
there.
my reading skills are still real shaky regardless.
Kitty, you as well. You also
That
know
circus education.
that there are islands there. Patches, however, you do know that there's a specific island that is mostly inhabited by just elves called the island of Eberron. That could be the island that Jem's talking about. You also know that the other islands east of here are, or at least the ones that are well known in this area, would be the Lazar Principalities, which is more of a hodgepodge of kind of it's like a free for all out there. It's not like there's the like one main central society. So those are the two possible islands that you think that she might be talking about.
I have two possible islands that I think you might be talking about.
Oh, yeah?
Do you mean, like, from Erenel or the Lazar Principalities?
From the Lazar Principalities.
In your mind, Patches, that checks out. It's like they're like kind of pirates over there. That's the most of the people who live over there.
Must have been a rough place growing up.
Yeah, you know, you make do, no matter where you are. But that's why I'm here now.
I think that still didn't explain anything.
What? What's missing?
Everything in between?
Okay.
It's like saying, I was born, and that's why I'm here now.
All right, here. Can I give a try on reciting some of your history?
Sure.
You were born into the Lazar Principalities, probably not to that wealthy of a family.
Mm-hmm.
You had to fight to survive your whole life. Those skills translated as you moved from there into central Eberron, where you became part of a crime syndicate and worked with these people as an assassin.
You know, it was really solid in the beginning. You had it right. But the whole crime syndicate assassin thing, no, that doesn't check out, sorry. It's not quite so dire and not quite so dramatic.
Just like what?
Insight check?
I was just gonna say, I can't believe we've gone this long with no insight check yet.
Yeah, I'd like to do the same, I
We're
guess.
starting to get suspicious.
Yeah, go ahead
again.
and roll.
Oh, baby, that's a hot boy too.
Oh, you know
It's a
nothing.
nat 1 plus 1.
Well, hold on. I need to roll contested.
Yeah. Ashley, you can go ahead and roll as well.
Yeah, Patches, you don't know anything.
Hell yeah.
That's a 17.
Ooh. What'd you roll?
I got a 16.
Yeah, so you can give vague details on Jem's general demeanor about this whole thing, Reina, if you want.
Okay. Well, what specific part are you doing the insight check on? Just like
This is just going to be for the whole conversation in general.
the whole conversation?
Yes.
Jem just likes to deflect attention. She doesn't like it being all about her. So the fact that the conversation is now all about her is making her deeply uncomfortable.
Can I roll a perception or an insight check on that?
Sure. On Jem?
Which one? Yeah. I got a 5. Never mind. I don't notice.
Jem, I mean, we know you weren't part of a farming syndicate, league, trade. I forgot. I can't English today, and this is a real problem. Guild. We know you weren't part of a farming guild.
Yeah, you're right on that front. You got me. Sorry. But it is, it was just kind of, there's a lot of trade secrets, and I had to be careful because people start poking their nose into my business too much, and things tend to go south pretty quickly. So you'll have to forgive me for being a little coy about it.
Of course, I understand. There's a lot of industry hazards that you have to navigate.
With these houses around, just all of them, it's real shaky all the time.
Hey guys.
Hmm?
What's an island?
Sorry, that was Rita laughing, not Jem.
Have you ever seen a lot of water in one place?
No.
All right. That's going to make this challenging.
Isn't Sharn surrounded by water?
Sharn is bordered by 2 rivers, although depending on where you are in Sharn, you might not be able to see them at all. Kitty would have seen the river, though.
Yeah, but the river doesn't seem like a lot of water to her.
Yeah, because there is land on the opposite side too. You can see the land on the opposite side.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine water as far as your eye can see and one tiny blip of land.
That's a lot of water.
It's a lot of water. But that's the island, the tiny blip of land.
Yeah.
How do you get there?
That's about right.
There's boats. Have you been on a boat before?
No.
Do you know what a boat is?
No.
Trust me, I have this. We do this song and dance at least once a week.
It's like a carriage that floats in a lot of water. And there's no horses, but it'll get you across.
How does it float on water?
Do you ever take baths?
No.
You should have known the answer to that question, Miki.
I was hoping it was more like I take baths once in a while instead of never taking baths.
Have you ever been swimming, Kitty?
Not for fun.
Have you ever seen a leaf float on a body of water? Like a well or a river?
Yeah.
Like that. The boats just float.
Weird. Aren't they like super heavy?
But they're very sensitive about it.
Okay. Yeah, I won't mention it anymore. Okay.
Between you and me, I don't think that explaining the concept of buoyancy to you will make a good podcast.
Okay, so let's get into aerodynamicism, okay?
What if we pivot really hard in this episode to become an education podcast where we just
This
teach
is the
Kitty?
worst episode of Sesame Street.
It's just we ask Elaine questions and she has to say no to every question.
Where's the clue? In our handy dandy.
Kitty, have you breathed before? No.
Sorry, where were we? What did you guys say? I was zoned out
Islands.
when you guys mentioned the island. Yeah.
Basically, land in the middle of a bunch of water. Think of a rock in the middle of the river.
Okay, I got
It's
it.
like jutting out, yeah. Like
Yeah.
that.
I will tell you, Jem, exactly what I told not Teddy, Patches.
You know another teddy bear?
You've been hanging out?
Just the one in my bag! No, I'll tell you, Jem, exactly what I told Patches.
Oh yeah, I made that one.
It's pink, just like Patches, can't you tell? I'll let you keep your secrets, and I won't pry anymore. As long as it doesn't put any of us in danger.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I can't guarantee that.
Yeah. If anyone has anything that would put us in danger, they should really come forward now.
Patches, you okay?
I barfed a little bit.
You can barf?
No, I just did what I imagined it would be like.
Oh, okay.
Patches, do you ever get acid reflux?
No. Rewind. Patches can barf. He barfed rainbows last episode.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
Ew!
I guess that's
Here's your
canon.
Patches anatomy for the day.
Patches anatomy facts. Okay, so here's I'll give you some details. Okay? I just can't give you all the details. But basically, my what would you call them? Ex-fiance has a very angry, very powerful family. And now that our marriage didn't work out and all that wedding money has gone down the drain, it's possible that some people are still very angry and that, yes, to answer your question, they are still very powerful. So, it should be fine. Hopefully it'll be fine.
That woman we saw at your ex's apartment.
Yeah. The aforementioned family.
She sounded like she wanted to keep working with you.
I think that's a very optimistic way of looking at it.
No
gonna be
crime
honest.
family is a monolith. There's always going to be somebody who wants to take things into their own hands.
Yeah. It's just, it's a little dicey, but everything will be fine as long as we don't go causing problems in certain parts of town. That's all.
Speaking of certain parts of town, we should go find the people that left.
Yes, I fully agree. Let's go. And let's end this conversation here, shall we? Great. Okay, good talk, everyone. Glad you know all my secrets. Boy, howdy. Okay, let's go.
I feel like all was a really strong word.
No,
but
you know
okay.
all of my secrets. I have nothing left to hide.
Insight check?
I would say that all and straddle are both within the area of strong words.
Strong word list, straddle, all.
I don't think I actually need to insight check that. Just
Oh, you don't? Is it just because you rolled badly, Ashley?
I haven't rolled yet. You haven't heard my dice roll. I think Miki is getting better at seeing through your bullshit.
What are you talking about? I'm being totally genuine.
Uh-huh.
Listen, I got nothing to hide. It is what it is.
As we're walking around and going to find these people, I guess actually we need to figure out how we're going to do that first. Never mind.
Were we told where they would be?
I believe
I was going to go ask a Drazen.
You were not told. You were shown the records of when they stayed and when they left, and their names, and then I don't think you were told anything else.
Miki will be the first to go downstairs and talk to a Drazen.
Sure. Yeah. You find Drazen, I don't know, cleaning up around. He's cleaning up around the place. Easy to find.
Kitty's gonna... Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you go.
I was
It's got to be more interesting than me starting a normal conversation with the innkeeper.
I was gonna say, when Miki leaves the room, Kitty's gonna, whisper over to Jem. They didn't ask me anything, huh?
One more time, kid.
They didn't ask me anything? I zoned out after you guys mentioned island, and I was trying to figure out what that was.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. We're fine. We're in the clear. That's their moral dilemma to have.
Okay.
But, I'm more excited to tell Adrason here that he's been selling people meat, so...
Do we have to? Is he gonna report after dark?
I guess that's a good point. And Izzy was kind of a cutie.
We gave her the stone with your message.
I know. Holy. Yeah, wow. That's not a good thing. Okay, yeah, never mind.
Oh.
Thanks for stopping me before I completely killed all of my chances with Izzy.
Was I not supposed to do that?
Well, no, because I'm genuinely thanking you because I do plan on asking her out to dinner later on this week. So,
okay.
Yeah. But, naturally selling her out like that would not be a good first date. And I'd rather we keep things, in front of bars, not behind them, so.
That is true.
Alrighty, Miki, you pull Drazen aside from whatever he's doing. What,
Yeah,
any
half a
update
second.
on the search?
My foot fell asleep.
No worries.
Miki's, stumbling.
It's like, we were sitting down for too long having that conversation.
Hey there, big man. We've got some theories, but first we need some more information.
Sure. What information can I give you?
Do you have a forwarding address for any of the guests who up and left the other day?
Yes, I do. For two of the parties, they did mention where they would be going next.
Mm-hmm.
However, one of them did not. Let me pull that out for you. And he goes to the front desk to pull out the record book of sorts and tells you that Marlena Jail did not leave any follow-up information, but
Big surprise.
Krista and Daisy, who were part of the same party who left for urgent family matters, had said that they were headed to... Where were they headed
Is
to?
it another inn? Are you generating another inn name?
No. They were headed to Grey Walls.
This one's going to be the dry porpoise.
Grey Walls Residential
No.
District for... the dry porpoise. Grey Walls Residential District for the time being.
Sorry, the name one more time?
Grey Walls Residential
Walls.
District.
Mm.
It's in
Can
Middle
I
Tavik's
roll a
Landing.
history check to see what I know about Grey Walls? Otherwise, it's just knowledge I know from DMing Eberron.
I would say Miki probably hasn't spent that much time in that residential district, so besides the fact that it's... She would know nothing more than what the name and the location would tell her, if that seems fair to you.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so Grey Walls for Krista and Daisy, and then the three sisters, cousins, relations.
The Dragas, who had reported that they felt sick, had left to High Walls.
High Walls?
High Walls, which is a district in Lower Tavik's Landing.
Perfect. And what time of day is it again? Because we had dinner, right?
Yeah, this was a hot topic in our last session. I remember that.
I usually write that down, but I didn't write that down.
We're in the evening,
I think we're in the evening.
Like, is it too late to go find people? Or is it like early evening and everyone's out for a walk?
It's probably early evening at this point, so it's not like atrociously late. You shouldn't be knocking on people's doors anymore, but it's getting towards the later half of the day. So you have some time, but not a whole lot of time.
So they only gave you the districts they were going to, or the neighborhoods they were going to, not any specific addresses.
I'll say that Krista and Daisy had left a address in Greystone, as did the Dragas. I give you a specific address.
Oh, it's Greystone?
Sorry, is it something else? Did I write it down wrong?
Well, you told me
Grey
before
Walls.
Grey Walls.
Yeah, it's Grey Walls.
Next one, Stone Walls.
So Marlena Jail didn't leave any information, and then there was... No, that's it. That's everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have addresses from Krista and Daisy and the Dragas.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we thinking? Should we split up as a group to be able to ask everyone tonight? Because I fear if we try to make our way to both neighborhoods, it'll be too late to gather all the information we need.
How long would it take to get to both places?
Yeah, where's Grey Walls on the map? Why can't I see it?
It's because
Yeah,
it's in the middle wards, so it's above.
okay.
It would be above Black Arch,
Got it.
so it's not on the map because it's a different level.
Got it. Okay.
Where are we again?
You guys are at Roan's Gate.
Looks like it might take a bit of time to get to either place.
I mean,
I can get to High Walls maybe, but
Both places are about equidistant right now for you guys, but going from a lower district to a higher district usually is more scrutinized security-wise.
yeah.
Going from a lower district to a higher district. So split up, stay together, tackle one today, tackle one tomorrow, tackle both today. How are we feeling?
personally, I think we should just stay together because I think we can only really make it in time before it's too late in the day to High Walls. I don't think we can make it up to the higher district
Yeah.
through...
Well, aren't they equidistant?
Distance-wise, yeah, but we have to get through all the checks to get to the higher district.
And if we're going to High Walls, trust me, it'll be better if we're together as a group.
Why?
I did say, let's put it this way. My situation is very much like real estate. It's all about location, location, location.
I, as a player, don't get it.
Basically, what Jem is saying is, Ashley, have you ever been to Los Angeles?
Yeah.
You know how there's good parts of LA and bad parts of LA and worse parts of LA? Jem is basically talking as if going to Highballs will be a bad part of LA. Not the worst part, but a bad part. And not a place you want to be wandering around alone.
Miki, I'm going to say, from the way that Jem's been speaking about certain places in Sharn, you get the sense that Jem is very paranoid about specific areas, like as a whole, not that there are like specific locations that she's avoiding in particular, but like kind of you get a sense that she looks at districts a lot and is warier with certain districts than others, if that makes sense.
Okay, I got it flipped in my head and I thought High Walls was the upper district, and I was like, why does it matter if we're going to an upper district? Because in my head, an upper district is a more wealthy district.
That's not the socioeconomic status of the districts is not the concern at hand. Does that make sense?
No, but I'm going to give up on this.
Okay.
I just don't
Basically,
understand
she's
what's
just
going
saying
on.
whoever's paired up with her is not going to do well.
Then why would we go as a group?
I mean, you could just leave me here. That's
Because
fine.
she's making it sound like she's a liability at this point.
I'll just stay here and journal about my rocks. I don't care.
It just logically didn't make sense because she's like, but go with me to the nicer district. But now she's saying if we go with her, it'll be a problem.
High Walls is in the lower district, isn't it?
High Walls is in the lower district.
Contrary to its name.
Mhm.
No, what I'm saying is splitting the party wouldn't be the best idea here.
Because we're going to a worse place, but then we're splitting the party. Is
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
I thought one of them was in an upper district.
The other one is.
Yes, Grey Walls is in a middle district.
High Walls is in the lower
I
district.
should have picked two that were not walls to make it less confusing. Here we are.
But I mean, yeah. I'll stay here. I'll have a nice cup of tea. I'll categorize my rocks. That's fine. That's
Wouldn't
cool.
that mean that Kitty with an IE would have to be here too, so you can use her bag?
No, well, can I just reach into the bag of holding and grab a rock?
Yeah.
No, she doesn't have to be here. So you three can go.
I'd rather all of us be together.
Actually, yeah, that's true, because they know Kitty. Ugh.
To be fair, I haven't met too many of them. I only really knew Nixie and Vicky.
Yeah. That's still too many.
True.
Let's go together and we'll watch each other's backs.
Yeah. I just think, if we're gonna get jumped, better there's 4 of us. That's all I'm saying.
True.
Alrighty, so where are you guys headed?
High Walls should be the only place we can probably make it in time before it's too late, right? Because going to Grey Walls would require us to go through the...
Pass through district, ward lines, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just go to that one, because it's within our range at the moment.
Time for intermission. Have you had food today? And I don't mean coffee, but food. Have some water, too. Oh, and maybe do a few stretches. Self-care is important, Take it from me, the fairy squad mother. And while you're making food, maybe consider checking out our Instagram at Beholding Out for a Hero, all one word. Or you can check out our Twitter at twitter.com/BOFA podcast. That's BOFAH. All right, got your food? Let's get back to it.
Let's see, you guys were headed to High Walls
Yes.
in the lower district, because high is low. Okay. It's gonna trip me up. Okay. So, I assume following Kitty's lead, since Kitty has knowledge of these streets and a quick urban movement, you guys navigate through the Black Arch district, from Rowan's Gate through the Black Arch district without much issue, without needing to...
Wait, did I come with you guys?
So
Or am
sorry.
I-
Yes.
Am I in baby jail? Am I in rocks?
You are in the papoose this time.
Good luck.
Our tallest character in the papoose.
You just see my legs sticking out straight up into the air.
That's a straight up workout for Kitty. But you guys navigate through the Black Arch district without issue into the refugee district of High Walls.
Can I?
It is...
Sorry, Nico.
Yeah.
You know what's coming. Can I just make sure we're okay?
Sure. Go ahead and roll a perception check. or an insight check.
Ooh, 22.
Perception or insight.
Perception, 22.
Perception, unfortunately, doesn't do you a whole lot of good as you
That's true.
scan.
Then insight 20.
Sure, that's fine. As you're taking your surroundings in, from who you see around you currently, you are inclined to believe that they are genuinely refugees and no one is particularly interested in you or what you are doing.
Okay.
Everyone else, I don't think it's anybody's first time in this district. Maybe Patches. Maybe you haven't been here, Patches. But everyone else, you are fairly familiar with the refugee district of High Walls. It holds a lot of displaced Syrian survivors from the morning, and it's kind of a mess. It's not a particularly nice place to be, but also not usually not a whole lot happens here besides people trying to scrape together food and their living situation and whatnot.
I unfortunately feel like this is the area Kitty would get most of her meat from when she starts running low.
You know, it would be a very easy place for Kitty to get meat from because what's a few missing people?
Yeah, exactly.
Since they are not particularly people of status, it's not like they could do much about it, even if people did notice.
So scared that sentence was going to end since they're not particularly people. I was like, wow, all right.
As you guys approach the address that was left, it is... Let me get another wonderful inn name for you guys.
Yes.
Weird. You wouldn't think there would be, like, inns here, I guess.
It's probably less so of a traditional inn, more of a...
hostel kind of situation?
Yeah, like a shitty hostel situation where it's more like a roof over people's heads and everyone has, like, a bunk. Maybe.
But what's the name of the inn?
Yeah, I'm getting that. Hold on 2 seconds.
Like, hold your horses.
Do I not know my alphabet?
Well.
Do you want the Italian alphabet?
You guys want a good one or a bad one?
What's
The worst.
Okay,
Yeah,
the
give us a
worst.
bad one.
It is called the Hungry Tusk Garage.
okay? So
That one's kind of cute.
is this a hostel or a mechanics?
It feels like a bad translation.
You know, it might be. You're not really certain. But as you approach the building, it seems to be a wide, repurposed warehouse of sorts. The ceilings aren't particularly tall, and the way that the building itself is built makes it feel very cramped. The entrance is a weird side door that you wouldn't think is the entrance, but that's where people are going in and out of it. There is also, as the name suggests, like a large loading door type thing, although that is currently closed. You don't know if it's normally used at all. But as you enter the Hungry Tusk Garage, you see that there is like kind of like a podium thing, and then it immediately goes into sleeping spaces that are just packed as tight as space will allow. You see lots of people sleeping on the floor if there is not room for an actual like cot of some sort. There's a lot of people in here from what you can see. Although when you walk up to the front, I need a person here.
A Drazen.
Drazen.
They're all like Nurse Joy.
Are you saying you're looking for a name for an NPC, or are you saying we should be seeing a map that we're not seeing?
No, I need to put an NPC in here real quick.
Okay.
A Dracen's evil twin brother, La Dracen.
Le Drazen.
L apostrophe. Because it's before a vowel. Or is it LeJason?
Oh, wait.
You see an older half-elf at the podium, and as you walk in, the half-elf looks at you and says, "What do you want?"
Good evening. We're looking for a family with the last name of Draga.
Draga. Got any idea how they look like?
You know,
There's 3
We
of
didn't
them.
ask. We didn't ask.
we sure didn't.
You did not ask.
No, there are 3.
That wasn't our problem.
3 of them. 3 females we're assuming.
The three females, that's all you got?
Priya, Toma, and Constance, right?
We forgot to ask for descriptions. Whoops.
Way to make us sound like cops.
We just need to ask them a few questions.
That's not helping.
Oh, Constance and her friends. Yeah. They're here. I think they were definitely here a couple days ago. Although I don't know what their business is. I don't ask. They come in and out. You stick around long enough, you'll probably find them.
So you don't even have a register?
And then the half elf gestures at the podium. Do I look like I have a register?
I'm gonna saunter up and lean an arm against the podium and go, so you're not even running this business to code?
Listen, lady, if you want something to code, you go somewhere else.
No,
We do what we can.
I think I'll stay right here. You telling me that you're letting all these refugees come in and out without even taking down their damn names?
Yeah. Just levels you with like a deadpan stare.
So what are you
This
gonna
is
do?
a man who makes minimum wage.
Miki's gonna lean on or put her hands on Jem's shoulder and peek over because Jem's a lot taller than her and just be like, despite the way she's making it sound, we're not cops. We
I
just
thought
have
that's
a
what you
few
were going
questions
for
the Dragon. No, it came out sounding really
well,
bad.
I
and
said
it
you sounded
kinda
like a
sounded
cop, and then you leaned more into acting like a cop. So I thought that's what we were doing. Sorry.
We literally
We're not cops.
we just have a few questions. They're of a personal nature. They're not in trouble.
Miki, can you roll a persuasion check for me?
Should she roll a disadvantage?
No, the DC is just gonna be higher.
Can I, once I said this, can I slip a silver across the counter and be like, not cops?
Sounds like something a cop would say.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
With the bribery, too? I mean, this is really not helping our case.
It's not bribery, it's to make up for, possibly making it, scaring him. Okay, well, that's 17, and I have double advantage on that one as a bard.
So it cancels out?
I forgot how to read my sheet. 17 plus 3 plus 4, 24.
Oh, nice. The half-elf doesn't seem to make any gestures to take your silver and says, listen, I don't know them personally. They come here a lot. I think they have, do business here occasionally, but also work somewhere else. I don't know their business. I never ask. If you want to find them, you can stay here and wait for them. I'm sure they'll come back.
Do you know what sort of business they're doing?
He just said he doesn't
What
ask.
about I don't ask? Do you not understand?
I understand, but it doesn't make any sense. Because,
What? I wouldn't ask.
no, I'm not saying that you not asking doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that they're doing business here, but then staying right up the road at the same time.
No, I mean that their business is probably in this district, or at least that's what I infer, since they stay here sometimes, but they sometimes don't.
It's just weird.
Do you know if there's anybody that they talk to regularly that's here right now?
In the building?
Yeah.
No, they don't. I mean, sometimes they talk to people, but it's... I think they might be some sort of, maybe doctors? Sometimes they're talking to sick people. That's the most I could tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're either doctors or they're drug dealers, and there's no in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could go either way.
All right. Kitty.
How often? Okay.
Kitty, do you have a wrench on you?
Do I have a wrench on me?
Or some sort of...
Go ahead and roll a d20.
Got a 7.
A 7? No, you do not.
Are you going to club his arm in?
No! Or does anyone have, a cane or anything? Do I have anything?
Oh, I have a cane. We pulled multiple canes from the train. We have
Oh, that's true.
the one magical one and the one that we didn't look at yet.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, can I just borrow one of them? I just want to make a point.
Oh wait, no, we gave the magical one to
Oh my
one of the
God.
twins.
But yeah, the regular one will be fine.
Yeah, here's a metal rod.
All right, thank you. And I'm going to walk up to the nearest, Are we by the door, like the warehouse door? You know, like the one that would come down like the garage door?
The warehouse door is quite a ways away. You can see it from where you are, but you have to like walk into the building sort of thing to get to it.
And the walls, are they stone or metal?
They are stone.
Stone? All right.
Yeah.
But if you hit metal against stone, it would still make a sound. So
Yep.
I'm going to just hit this metal rod against the wall to get everyone's attention.
Mm-hmm.
Just go like cling, cling, cling. And then just yell across this warehouse, "Yo, Dragus!" And just see whose head pops up.
You get a lot of looks, but it doesn't seem like they're immediately responding.
All right, they're not here.
Sorry, does anyone here know where we could find the Dragas? 1 silver for an answer?
Way to get a reliable answer.
Like, he didn't take the coin. I'm gonna use it somewhere.
I know, but someone's just going to be like, "Oh yeah, they went that way," and then coin your silver. They're not going to tell you the truth necessarily.
No, that's fine. They're refugees, and Miki made like 40 gold.
A older human man pipes up and says, I do know, I spoke to Constance quite a few times. What would you like to know?
Mm-hmm.
As you approach him, he tells you that he knows Constance because Constance had helped him with quite a nasty cold a while ago. And he knows that they have been in this district for the past few days, and that he thinks that they sell stuff to a nearby doctor's place in High Walls, but he can't remember what that place is called. Though he says it's just down the street.
Thank you so much. That was extremely helpful. And I'll pass him the 1 silver.
He gives you a vague description of the building, like, oh, it's the building with the door that's and describes like the way that the front entrance looks.
Oh, I thought he was going to just say the building with the door.
The building with the door.
It's like, all right, well, we have a start. It's not a good one, but we have a start.
All right, let's go find the building with the door. Nico, we go to the building with the door.
Sure. Upon a little bit of searching, it's not too hard. You do find the building with the door.
It's my favorite building.
And it's what seems to be what they have for, like, as far as doctors / emergency services go. There is some, as you enter, there is like somewhat of a like doctor's office set up here with like a partition for patients and like a front desk area. It's all seemingly one room. There is a room in the back as well, but you can't see where that leads to. In this room, you are met with another person.
Oh my gosh, look at all these NPCs.
Mm-hmm.
Do they look like a Drazen?
Is it Jason?
Are they hot?
Yes,
How tall
they
are
look
they?
similar to a Drazen, and yes, they are hot.
Oh, they're the hotter version.
Does that mean a Drazen is hot?
If
No,
I recall
Drazen was
correctly,
ugly,
I
right?
think a Drazen was not hot.
Oh no.
The Drazen was decidedly not hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I rolled
This
really
is a
badly.
Drazen's hotter sibling.
Hot evil twin.
Be Drazen.
The evil twin is always the hot twin.
We're doomed. And by we, I mean Reyna. Reyna's doomed.
Inside the building is a fairly young half-elf woman who seems to be dressed in simple work clothes. She looks up as you enter. Hello, how can I help you?
Half elf, you said? Sorry.
Half-elf, yeah.
Okay.
So doesn't look like a Drazen.
I'll say same hairstyle as a Drazen, and
That's where the similarities end.
vaguely, like, similar mannerisms. If you really sat the two of them down and compared, they hold themselves similarly.
So far, the women have all been hot and the men have not.
Just like real life.
Yeah.
Hello there. We're looking for any of the Dragas?
Oh, the Dragas?
Yes, Constance.
And is your name Jason by any chance?
She squints her eyes at that. No. Yes, I believe they're due to stop by sometime soon. At least they told me as much. And she flips through some notebook and says, they will be here in the office tomorrow morning. Why, what?
Would you know what time?
Yes, I was hoping around 8 o'clock, although sometimes they do show up late.
Okay, thank you so much. We just have some personal questions to ask them. Nothing big or...
I hope they're not in trouble.
We're cops.
We would not be in a situation to put them in trouble, even if we tried.
Oh, I can try.
We're not cops.
They recently stayed at an inn here, and they left on short notice, and we're asking on behalf of the innkeeper what made them leave.
Oh yes, I do recall them having vague complaints about an inn recently.
Do you remember what they complained about?
Yes, they said that they must have eaten something bad, or at least Constance and Priya did. Toma had no problems with the food that he ate, although Priya and Constance seemed to get quite ill. It was a moderate case of food poisoning and nothing more.
So they left just because of the food?
That's what they told me.
Weak.
Miki, slaps a hand over Kitty's face this time.
But I'm gonna kind of, incline my head towards Miki and Kitty and Patches, if he's nearby, and just go, but wait, the fact that Toma didn't have a reaction.
That doesn't actually mean anything, I think.
The half-elf kind of chuckles at Kitty's comment and says, that's what Toma said as well.
All right, well, come back at 8, ask them specific questions.
Sure, I have no issue with that. Although, I would say, be prepared to wait a little. Sometimes they come up to an hour late.
We've got nothing else to do with our time.
Will they be here all day?
No, they're just here to drop off some medicinal herbs and other things that I've asked them to bring me.
Oh, so this is a healer's office.
Yes, it's, I guess, the closest thing we have to a doctor's office down here.
Okay. I'm Miki, by the way, and what's your name?
Nice to meet you, Miki. My name is Leah.
Okay.
How do you spell that?
Not Ladrazen?
No.
It's not LeJason?
Be Jason.
It's a very specific name you keep asking me about.
Listen, we just think you're the hot evil twin of this innkeeper we're working for. We're just curious and we want to know.
To my knowledge, I don't have any twins.
But you're not denying that you're hot and or evil.
I would hope not. The evil part, of course.
Well, and Jem's gonna lean against the counter. Well, you are certainly very hot. I can confirm.
Jem, our children. How will they continue to be with you acting like this?
Hopefully corrupted.
And she kind of, there's a look of mild confusion with each sentence that passes between you guys.
Don't worry about the talking bear.
I'm a suit of armor. I'm wearing armor.
To make it worse, Miki's gonna drape herself over Jem and just smile at Leah and go, we're so sorry for this one. We just can't control her sometimes.
It's not the strangest thing I've seen.
In this district, I'm sure.
Alright, come along, dear.
Spell check on Leah. Because there's a lot of ways to spell that.
The name? Leah?
Yeah. Okay. The simplest one.
I added an extra H.
Oh, I added an H as well. I was like, from Stardew Valley.
I added an I.
Wait, what?
I spelled it like Princess
Leah,
Leia.
Like Princess Leia.
Yeah. That's why I asked for the spell check. I was like, is there an I? Is it an E? Is there an H? Kitty's just gonna be like, that one's single, and point to Jem.
And she just kind of
parchment. Does anyone have parchment?
Oh, parchment. Yeah. Let me see.
Please.
5. I'm rolling so bad today.
Nope.
Oh my god. You have 85 pieces of jerky, but you don't even have parchment for me to write my number
Inscribe
down.
it on a piece of jerky.
I need room for my jerky. And your stones.
I assume Miki has a piece of parchment and
Let's see if I do.
just hands it to Jem with a sigh.
Thank you. Okay. Do you have anything to write with?
She also hands over her pen.
All right, I'm just going to write down gem with a G, and then write down the wet eagle in RuneScape.
Like, if you're gonna give her your contact information, write her like a poem or a haiku.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Okay. I would like to write a sappy love poem.
Roll a either a performance or a persuasion check, please.
Oh, I thought that was perception. I was like, +6. I'm not a bard. Persuasion it is. That's a 14.
Yeah, you after you're done writing this spontaneous poem, you're like, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Can I try to write a better poem?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, I didn't mean to do it like that. Hold on, I'll roll it with my real physical dice. I'm not even going to look at that result.
Roses are red.
It was
violets
a
are
very
blue.
good result.
Can I use that one instead?
No.
I got a 9.
Patches, you, with your basis for your poem being competitiveness, it just doesn't translate very well.
I love you the mostest.
Bad inspiration.
Here's a bunch of roasters.
Can you spell roastes?
It's like rose, but with a T. I had to make it rhyme.
You didn't even say coasters.
What's a toaster?
I said coaster.
Toastes.
I'll work on it.
I'm gonna write an actual poem based on a 14.
Can you physically describe this woman?
Yeah, I need to know for my poem.
Sure. She has a short bob. Her hair is a short bob, and her hair is red and slightly curly. She's got blue eyes, and she is 5'1", and has an average build, and she's got a pretty face.
Why did I have to play a teddy bear?
You chose it, man.
Can't flirt with anyone.
Meanwhile, Kitty's trying to make a
We
haiku.
can find you another teddy bear.
Oh, that's true. We can find another teddy bear, and Kitty can try to do some stuff.
Yeah, there's a Build-A-Bear just down the street. We'll get you some.
That would be like a child. It would be weird.
Patches, you're only like 2 years old, aren't you?
I don't know what year it is in Eberron history.
So I have a very important question regarding Patches' anatomy and the sensuous implications thereof.
He doesn't have a beepus.
I'm pretty sure
We
we've asked
established
this before.
this one.
He's smooth. Have you ever seen a teddy bear before?
Yes!
I'm pretty sure we've asked this before.
Okay, just checking, because,
Things could change. We
it's
could
an
add
important thing to know, yeah.
Every session is just going to be never-ending questions about Patch's
Is
anatomy.
this going to become a Pinocchio situation where we need to turn Patches into a man?
Patches is a real boy.
Nico, can I ask a question? What year is it in Eberron time?
I believe it is. Shoot, I don't remember the year like in numbers, but it's 2 years after the morning. Sorry, no, 2 years after the signing of the treaty. So 4 years after the morning.
Cool. Alright. So that would make Patches... I guess it depends on if you measure his time being like a full ambulatory being or his time being a teddy bear.
That's up to Patches to decide.
I guess he'd consider himself to be about 8 years old? 8 years old? Maybe like 7 years old. I don't have, to be fair, I don't have anything to compare it against. I assume I'm an adult.
Me too.
I think most of us here assume we're adults.
I'm definitely an adult, and I'm probably the oldest of the group.
Yeah.
I think I'm 18.
Me too.
Aw, you guys are the same age.
Nico, that laugh.
As you guys are standing around in the office of Leah's place, the front door bursts open. If anybody is standing near the front door, they get a little whack from the door. It's not like they like fucking kick the door down, but the door does open. And you find a...
Didn't pick up.
Huh?
Sorry. I said ow really loud, and I think I peaked my microphone. Warning. Let me try it. Ow!
You see a half-orc. Oh, sorry, I didn't expect anyone to be right by the door. Leah, if you have a moment. Leah looks up and it says, "Speak of the devil. We have some people here looking for you. Everyone, I think."
Wait, huh? Half orc?
3 of us look up from writing poems.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still writing my poem.
I am too.
As you guys are just idling about in Leah's office.
I like to think that, like, when the door slammed open, I, like, jumped, and so that, like, one of the letters just goes, like, halfway down the page.
Oh, you're one of the Draugrs.
Yes, that's me. I'm Constance. Is something wrong?
Not
You're under
particularly.
arrest.
And we're not cops. No matter what she says.
You're under arrest.
Or what they say.
Okay, there's some conflicting information here.
Can I look to see if Kitty has handcuffs?
Sure.
Like pink fuzzy ones.
I got a 5 again, no! Okay, these dice are tiring for the night.
What'd you get?
I got a 5.
Yeah, you do not.
Hold on, maybe I have... maybe if I look for instead.
I know what kind Miki would have, but it wouldn't make any sense in this context.
Oh. Concern.
Don't worry about it.
Concern.
Patches might have manacles, but I don't think he'd need them right now. No, sorry. We're not cops. We have some questions about the wet eagle.
The wet eagle is what?
An inn?
Oh, yes.
The inn you stayed at.
The inn with the weird food. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about it?
Can you describe exactly what was weird about it? Oh, actually, before that, can you tell us why you left?
Because me and Pyrrha, we got really sick after eating the food at the inns, so we thought, well, food poisoning isn't great, so we left. That, and there was a weird lady there who was extremely insistent on, I guess you could say, getting to know us?
Was she one of the other guests?
Maybe? I'm not sure. She was there a lot.
Can you describe her?
Yeah, she was a human, average height, I guess.
Hot?
I suppose so, yeah. She had, curly hair, and, wore like a jacket with a lot of pockets.
Does that sound like Izzy?
Yes, it does sound like Izzy.
We also forgot to ask the standard NPC question.
It's constant
I
talk.
remembered.
I
What's her star sign?
Let's see, it's Constance hot. No.
Oh, no.
Oh.
She is not hot.
Can you start doing it where you roll once for each of us and then decide if they're hot to our character?
Yes.
Y'all can roll individually.
Ooh, good idea. I'm exclusively gonna use D10s for this though.
D10s.
It's classic, 1 to 10.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Hold on, let me get a D10.
Oh, that makes sense. I dropped my D10. Gonna find another one.
She's a 10 to Kitty.
a 6 to old Patches.
She's a 4.
Wait, did this set not come with a D10? Oh, here.
It makes so much sense, though.
It does make sense.
I love this, how everyone's going to have wildly different opinions on whether or not an NPC is hot.
This is so much funnier, though.
It is.
It's also more real, you know?
It's a 3 for Miki, so not her taste.
And just to keep it thematic with the rest of the rolls, we should roll advantage for women.
That's what the dice say.
Should we all roll again?
What did Patches get?
He got a 6.
Ooh, okay.
Where did my die go?
I mean, she's a 10 for Kitty, so Kitty's not re-rolling.
I'll re-roll.
Would you say that they're lizard-like?
No, the 4 was the better of the 2.
Did you find your die, Ashley?
No, well, I have, but I don't want to grab it.
And as is also thematically appropriate, this die is pink and blue, and it's just, my nails are purple.
Nice.
So,
I like it.
happy late Pride Month, everyone.
Sweet.
It's always Pride Month.
My advantage roll was an 8, so, I can get behind it.
I like to think it's the double take, you know, of like, at first you're like, and then you're like, no, okay, I can see it.
Then their personality. Question, there were some other people who ended up leaving the same day that you did. Did you talk to anyone else at the inn?
Yes, I did speak to Marlena,
Jail.
I don't remember her last name. Yes, I think it was Jail. And she was asking a bunch of questions on how well we know the area, and if there was anything suspicious, something about summoning things.
Was she a cop?
What?
She's a cop!
It kind of seemed like it, yeah.
Summoning thing.
Or at least at the very least, some sort of privately hired investigator, if not like a part of the Shrine Watch.
Well, her last name is Jail, so makes sense.
Not very subtle, this one.
Yeah. Very on the point for a cover name.
She thought just because she spelled it with an L-E instead of an I-L that we wouldn't know.
Exactly. We see through it. Too smart for that.
She asked about summoning?
Did she ever say where she was coming from? Or going to?
No, it was, our conversations were a little strange, since she seemed like a very private person. Didn't say much about herself or what she, I guess just about her in general. I'm not sure if she even really said if she was, what her job was. She just said she was looking into something.
Was she an elf?
I don't have that. She was a human.
Okay. Well, not dragon marked then, probably. At least not for a particular house. Is there like an investigator house?
Yes, there is.
Oh, okay. But that's not the Fjarlin, right? There's like another one.
There could be a few that you could possibly hire to investigate. There is the Fjarlin, but there can also be Mendani you can use for investigation, as well as House Thrash.
What can't you use Mendani for?
Yeah.
Okay, Mendani and any others?
Thrashk.
Thrashk. Oh, no, wait. How do you spell this?
Thrash is Tharask.
Oh, okay. KH.
I don't know that there's an H at the end.
There's a K at the end.
Alright. Well, we can cross out Dragon Mark for one of those. The other two, I'll need to look at. I don't remember. But if she's associated with one of those houses, then probably a cop. Or maybe just unassociated. That's also possible. I don't know. I don't know if our luck is that bad yet.
All right, well, I feel like we figured out what the problem is.
Yeah.
The problem with what, if I can ask?
Oh, the Cooking's not up to code. We're health inspectors.
Oh, yeah, that's probably what me and Pyrrha kind of felt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're health inspectors hired by the city.
Why are you lying to this man? We've already told this other person what we actually
Oh,
are.
did we? I'm sorry, I was too busy writing a love poem.
They work together. No, we're trying to figure out why people were leaving the wedding.
Sorry. I was busy,
Sorry, they're a compulsive liar.
No, I am not a compulsive liar.
That was a lie, you see?
And Leah kind of chuckles and says, I suppose we all have our quirks.
It's not a quirk.
Another lie.
Patches, you're lying.
A quirk is also a strong word.
Kitty's gonna see if there's like a flower or something in her bag.
Sure, go ahead and roll a d20.
I got a 17!
Yay, finally.
Nice, you do have a flower.
New dice. Kitty's gonna pull out the flower and like sneak it to Jem and like wiggle her eyebrows.
For me?
Yeah. Like, and then she'll like nod her head over to Leah.
While you guys are doing this, Leah says, well, if that concludes our business. I believe Constance wanted to speak to me. So if you can excuse us.
Kid, I already gave her a poem, but thanks.
You don't. Okay.
What did your poem say, Jem?
That's none of your business. But over the table, it's in character stuff.
Wait, wasn't Kitty also writing a poem?
No, Patches was.
Yeah, Patches was.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Oh, you already handed the poem off to Leah?
Yeah.
Okay, when Leah receives the poem, as she reads it, she looks at Jen and says, I'm flattered, but sorry I have to turn you down. I have my hands quite full with the work I currently do.
Hey, you know what? But that's something we got in common. So, I mean, if you ever want to, get drinks and bond over the fact that we're both married to our work, I'm available.
Well, I suppose I wouldn't turn down a drink, although don't expect much in terms of a relationship. I just don't have time for that.
And I could respect that.
I don't think I can legally get married.
You tried though, right?
Yeah, you were left at the
Yeah.
altar.
Do birth certificates exist in Eberron?
Can we forge one for Patches?
Sure, yeah, they do. Yeah. I guess I feel like it would depend on where you are from. If you're from, like, a more well-off place, then yes.
They probably keep track of the nobility, but for the rabble, it probably doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Rabble.
But do we have fantasy social security numbers?
Or,
I would say no.
fantasy social security tax?
I'm gonna also say no.
Hey,
feel
do you
like
guys
they
want to
should
try
have
and progress
tax.
the story or keep talking about social security?
You started the...
I started it. You know what? I shouldn't talk shit. Stones and glass houses.
But that means we don't have to come back in the morning, right?
That's true. We've gotten one down.
Yeah.
Let's say we stay the night at the Wet Eagle and go to the other place.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Before we go, I want to do an insight check on Leah.
Sure. For what?
Because the only valid reason that someone would turn me down is if they knew who I was.
It's the only reason.
The
yep.
only reason. That's an 11?
At 11?
Yeah.
You don't have any strong inclinations one way or another, but you think that she's being honest, and you don't suspect any strong ties to you know who.
Well, now I'm wary, because now I don't trust her.
So they're not connected to Voldemort at all.
Yes.
It's good. People need noses.
She does, in fact, have a nose.
That's good. You can't get it pierced if you
I'm
don't
gonna
have a
put
nose.
that in my notes. Nose.
As you guys are idling about in her clinic, Constance is just kind of twiddling her thumbs, waiting for you guys to leave. She says, I really must insist that you leave now if your business is concluded here.
Why are you trying to get rid of us?
Because Constance has something to tell me.
They have private
This is a place of
Gem.
business.
I'm gonna take her arm and just drag her out the door.
Hold on. As soon as we pass it, the door's closed. I'm pressing my ear up against the door to listen in. I need to know.
Sure, go ahead and roll a perception check, Gem.
Someone help me.
Mickey's
Kitty?
not helping you with this.
Kitty.
I mean, Kitty will also press her ear up against the door, but I don't know if that would help Jem.
It wouldn't help, but you can roll a separate perception check.
Because I've been rolling so well today.
Well,
So the two of you roll
you
perception checks.
exiled your bad die.
Nope, got a 9.
Ooh, I got a 10.
So the both of you hear more or less the same thing, which is you hear Constance say, you hear the gist of Constance say that she's bringing Leah something early, and mentions of Priya and Toma, and Constance, they're figuring out the logistics of transferring something.
Kitty's gonna pull her ear away. Yep, drug trafficking.
Yeah, they're smuggling.
Oh well, not my business. Let's go.
All right.
It's none of... I don't know what to do with that information. Do we want to get dinner at the Soggy Chicken? Because
Always.
while I now know our group secret, I don't want to eat another mincemeat pie.
But they are delicious.
They were very well cooked, as long as I don't think about what was being cooked.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna forgo eating for a while.
I mean, to be fair, it's not technically cannibalism. Because it wasn't tiefling meat.
As soon as you put the word technically and cannibalism in the same sentence, becomes a problem.
Hey, you know what? It works for some people. It worked for me.
No, I know too many. Also, and Miki's gonna lower her voice so no one around them could hear. Is it all humanoids or mostly humans?
Who are you asking?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, just kind of whatever's available
Yeah,
Hmm.
you know,
and easy to get.
humanoids is probably the best answer.
The bigger the better. If they're bigger, then I can go longer between having to get more meat.
What if it was a giant?
Oh, they last a long time.
Alright, that answered that.
Kind of gamey, though.
Is
Yeah.
After Dark's catalog for purchase only humans?
I didn't
Yeah,
ask.
we didn't.
Alright, so the technically not cannibalism argument doesn't really hold then, because we don't actually know what's in there.
Yeah.
It could be tiefling. Probably not. There's not a lot of us in Sharn, I don't think. I could be the only one
Maybe
here.
because you were overhunted.
Overhunted? Is that what you
Yeah.
said?
You're an endangered species.
I can imagine I would literally be hunted in Thrain, so, maybe let's avoid that country, but I think there's just not a lot of us.
Which is a shame, really.
Yeah, we're so cute with our horns and our tails, and I don't know that I ever want to meet another tiefling.
Oh,
Why not?
rude.
Maybe I don't want to be cannibalized by another tiefling.
I don't know that tieflings are cannibals. You could be a cannibal, but it doesn't mean all the tieflings are.
Well, okay. From my train of logic, the location of these other tieflings that I would be meeting are in Kitty's homeland,
Mhm.
where people are cannibals.
We don't eat everybody. We know to be
Yeah, that's not a
sparing.
sustainable way to run a city.
Yeah. We're sparing when we need to be. We don't want to waste food.
How often do you need to be?
We eat until we're full, and then when we're hungry, we go hunting again, and then we eat until we're full, and then rinse and repeat. We don't overeat. We don't hunt more than we can, because there's not that much out there.
Is what you hunt always humanoid?
No, sometimes we aren't near enough other camps. We have to go for the critters, monsters, whatever you want to call them, in the wastes.
Scroll.
Yeah, me looking for a very specific sentence that I wrote.
This is the ambient noise of high walls.
Scroll.
I think Jem has met a tiefling
Oh,
before.
have I? Wow!
I
Where?
have to scroll to the proper space.
Gem, where? I have? What?
Huh?
So I don't remember. That's
I
why I
don't
have
remember
to.
another tiefling.
You have met another tiefling
What?
if you've been to Velvet's
Oh.
briefly. You don't know this
We're not, like,
person very well.
Bestie Westies, but...
But yeah, you've definitely seen them around because they're
Okay.
always in the front.
Time to play matchmaker.
Funnily enough, Jay used to say the same thing about being a tiefling.
To play matchmaker?
Oh my god, I never told you. One of my pals in my mercenary group was a tiefling.
Oh. Why has everyone met a tiefling except me?
Maybe because you think they're all cannibals.
I don't think they're all cannibals. I just think there was still discussion of, how do I taste? And I can't get that statement out of my brain.
Well, aren't you curious?
No, I'm not.
Hey, Kitty, have you ever had elf?
Probably.
And?
I mean, it's not a race-based thing, it's a person-based thing. Depends on what their diet's like, how athletic they've been, if they've been malnutritioned or not.
If they're old.
Yeah, if they're old, if they're young.
I feel like elves would be really grassy.
Herbaceous.
Can Kitty roll a d20?
14.
You have, a somewhat refined palate. And you can, Kitty can taste the differences between some of the meats fairly reliably.
Yeah, I mean, there's it's like if you say, oh, this tastes like chicken and this tastes like beef, like I can kind of tell, but the lifestyle habits do differ person to person, which affects the taste. But there's like a base level taste, I guess, if you want to say that.
It's interesting points. Are we like walking and talking? Or are we just standing in front of this doctor's
I assumed
office?
you were walking and talking back to the Wet Eagle.
The wet eagle. Or to the soggy chicken, right?
Oh
Soggy
yeah, to the
chicken.
soggy chicken.
The High Walls branch.
There probably wouldn't be one in High Walls, but there would probably be one in Roansgate.
Okay.
Can Miki's favorite Sharn boutique store be called the Humid Pelican?
Sure. Where do you want the human pelican to be?
Oh, God. I was mostly joking, but now that we have an option, probably in the Torchfire district.
Is that in middle?
It's,
That's in lower. I see it. Theater district.
yeah, in the theater district.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
That tracks. Very interesting. Very interesting conversation here.
I feel the need to disclaimer, I have never eaten human meat. I'm just making assumptions based off of different animal meats. Feel like I gotta throw them in there.
Human meat tastes like off pork.
Yeah. That's what I've heard too.
Oh.
I know this from a friend.
Mhm.
What?
A friend called Google.
A friend who I will not dox.
Oh, boy.
I mean, it's like, I know it's a thing in certain cultures for like when someone passes away. It's like part of the mourning rites, but
Not the case for Kitty.
yeah, Kitty kind of expedites the process. It's her own mourning rite.
Alrighty, y'all make it to the
Soggy chicken.
soggy chicken in Roan's Gate.
I like to think that as we walk in, Jem's just very loudly saying, I'm just saying. Elf would be so gamey and so grassy, it wouldn't even be good.
Meh. I mean, elves tend to be pretty thin, so yeah, there's not a lot of fat there. Yeah, it's pretty gamey and tough, I guess.
Yeah, we're too lean.
Yeah.
Is anyone listening to them when they're walking in?
It's like a Denny's. They're used to it.
Yes, people are listening. They're not particularly paying attention to you, but they do hear you, and there are, like, you get looks.
I feel like if this is the branch we frequent, then they're used to this.
This is probably not the branch you would frequent. You would probably frequent the one in Dragon Eyes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, they know us there.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, I wish we could go.
Kitty's gonna hop up onto the counter again. You guys have extra raw chicken here, right?
The person working at the counter is like, yeah, sure.
Is Roundskate, like, bougie? It's not, right?
No, it's not.
Okay. Just checking that we weren't going to, like, a McDonald's in Beverly Hills and being like,
No.
Hey, what's good?
Alright, 2 of those, please.
And you guys get served your various meals. The extra raw chicken isn't as raw as you would like it, Kitty, but it's still raw.
How could it be not as raw?
More of
They
the
overcooked
outside
it.
is cooked. Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm a little disappointed I revealed that I was ventriloquizing batteries.
Did you ever reveal that?
I did.
Yeah.
Was you were about to take him apart.
That's right.
I mean, to be fair, I tend to take them apart every night to clean them out.
I wasn't sure whether or not you would actually put them back together.
Of course I would.
Yeah, I don't know that I got that impression with the hauling them onto the table, ready to gut them.
Oh no, that's just how she operates. Literally.
You take it apart, you troubleshoot, you put it back together.
Yes.
Listen, okay, the biggest thing about living with Kitty is that she's going to do a lot of things that look concerning, but they're not as bad as they seem. She does a lot of damage control, and she's good at it.
I do things that are concerning.
To outside parties, yeah. I mean, I never said anything because I was like, oh yeah, here we go again. But I can see how other people could find it concerning if they were not used to it.
I guess that's fair.
Literally eats people. I do things that are concerning.
Only to certain parties.
Alrighty, so y'all finish up your meal at the Soggy Chicken, and head back to the Wet Eagle.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys enter in, probably say fairly late. There, let me see.
Oh my god, if Izzy is here, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck?
Izzy is not there. You see a Drazen at the front desk. just waiting for people to come in, and greets you guys as you come in.
We have no progress to report, and as such, we're going straight to sleep. Good night, Adrazin.
Good night.
Good night, Jason.
If you make more food, can you put less spices in it? It makes my tummy hurt.
Oh, sure. Is there anything specific you would like to eat tomorrow?
If you could actually just boil the meat for her, that'd be great.
Extra raw.
Yeah. Like, we're talking like blanch.
Boiled, but extra raw.
Nah, just blanch.
Well,
the
it
meat.
doesn't have to be extra raw. Like, you can have it smoked or roasted. Over a campfire would be great, actually. It's been a while since I've been able to eat it over a campfire.
Just less on the spices.
Mm-hmm.
I could do that.
Cool.
I don't feel good about serving raw food, though, so I'll have to pass on...
Oh, no. It's all the Raging Cogs Gate. You should give it a try.
He squints very skeptically at you and says, uh-huh.
What? You've never heard of sushi before? It's a huge thing.
Can't say that I have.
Well, don't knock it till you try it.
Sure.
If you want to cook it over a campfire, it would be perfect. Raw would be better, but campfire roasted is fine, too.
Campfire it is.
Yay.
Good night, everyone. And he waves you guys off as you shuffle off to your respective rooms.
I'm gonna take about 3 steps and then turn back and go, do you have an evil twin, by the way?
No?
That you know of?
No? Did you see someone who looks like me?
Maybe. Don't worry about it, Jason.
And you leave him both confused and concerned as you turn
As
in
I
for
leave
the night.
everybody.
Is there anything anybody would like to do before they sleep?
Before we head to bed, Patches, can I check you out tonight, or would you rather wait on that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Kitty's gonna spend some time looking at Patches, focusing mostly on the vocal cord area to see if there's anything she can learn to make batteries talk.
Okay. What are you doing? Are you like poking from the outside? Are you like sticking your hands in his mouth? Like,
I think I would start from the outside, and if I'm not learning much, I would, stick the fist down the... No, I'm not finishing that sentence.
okay.
I would start from the outside and then work my way in without, like, cutting or breaking anything, if possible.
Go ahead and roll an Arcana roll.
Nat 1!
Oh, no.
You have absolutely no idea. He is a bear.
My rolls are so bad. I have a +6 in Arcana, man.
The more you study Patches, the more you're like, this is nothing like batteries. Like, the material is different. You assume the manner of creation is different. There's, like, autonomy, and then, like, the more you sit down and think about it as you're, like, inspecting Patches and to try to figure out how Patches works, you're like, none of this is gonna translate anyways.
Patches is a crime against God.
Well, poop.
More like a crime against science.
Fair. Huh. Okay. Thank you. Unfortunately, the way you work is too different from how battery works. I won't be able to do anything. Thank you. I still owe you favors if you need anything.
Yeah, I'll let you know if there's anything else I need.
Okay. Well, good night.
Good night.
And everyone tucks in for bed?
Wait,
Yes?
aren't we having our slumber party tonight?
Are you?
Oh, we did say first night we split up and second night we were going to have a slumber party.
Yeah.
Yeah, so y'all can huddle up in one room. Picking rooms, did you want to pick one of the rooms that one of the 3 parties had stayed in before that you guys camped out in? Do you want to pick another random one?
Ooh.
Are there any with 2 beds?
You mean you don't want to snuggle?
No, they are all 1 bedroom.
Well, it looks like we're snuggling anyways.
Yay! Alright. I'm gonna go tell Jason to bring us the best baked goods he can manage
In the middle of the night.
in the middle of the night. Any sort of, like, hot cocoa and liquor. And then, like, any sort of junk food, like, any sort of...
All snack foods.
Yeah, snacky foods. Maybe some, something like some fruits and vegetables just to, like, cleanse the palate. And then some blanched, boiled meat for Kitty.
Wait, we just ate a meal.
And what about it? This is the slumber party.
You know that color Miki turns where she's slightly purple but slightly green?
Yeah.
That. She's like,
Just
oh,
that.
I'm so full already. I couldn't possibly eat anything else.
Alright, then just drink. It's fine.
Yeah, upon your request of the extra large list of things, Adrezen does bring up tea and water for you guys if you want to boil more tea. You guys get a couple of cups of ale brought up as well as a moderate array of snacks from, like, chips to some mixed nuts. Sure.
Some hummus, maybe, if we're feeling spicy.
Yeah, we'll say there's some spreads and some bread as well, sliced bread.
Ooh, any cheese?
Yeah, there's a couple of cheeses as well. And he refuses to bring up blanched meat.
Why?
It's just... Why do you want to eat raw meat? Why do you want to force somebody else to cook you raw meat? That's weird.
Why are you judging us for it, Jason?
Because it's a weird thing to eat.
The man's letting us stay here for free. You gotta lay off.
Also, you gotta call him by
Thank
the
you.
right name.
Okay.
Thank you. And he kind of leaves at that. Not wanting to talk to Jem anymore.
Just Gem.
Just as usual. What I'm hearing is that we're gonna have to bust into the kitchen later on tonight and blanch our own meat.
Miki takes the soul pillow and puts it over her face and gives a slight scream.
Can I dogpile on top of me?
Oh no!
I mean, her face is covered. Yeah, it's easy.
Alright, I'm gonna
Kitty's
dogpile.
gonna see if she's got anything fun in her bag of holding. Like fireworks or something. That's a 9!
Fireworks. I choked on my coffee.
Indoors.
Oh god.
I've killed the deer.
I want people to be aware that we record our episodes after work in the evening to really reinforce that Nico's sleep schedule is terrible.
I don't know what you're talking about, Ashley. 9:43 p.m. coffee is absolutely normal.
The best kind.
Yeah, actually, Nico's only been awake for 4 hours. Come on.
My secret's out. I'm nocturnal. You don't have fireworks, Kitty, but you do have, you know those, I don't know what they're called. Little confetti poppers?
Ooh,
Yes.
yeah. I think they're just called poppers.
They're called poppers? You
Yeah.
have 2 of those.
I was
Ooh,
gonna
I'll
ask
bring
about,
both
like,
of them
the
out.
poppets, too, that you, like, throw at the ground and they, like, snap. They're, like, super, super tiny.
yeah.
Oh, the cherry bombs?
The Chinese New Year's poppers.
Roll another d20.
3!
No,
I think I've only rolled over a 10 once today.
And that was for a flower.
Oh, it was for a flower that Jim didn't even give
Yeah,
to
that I didn't
Leia.
even use. Sorry. If I knew it was going to be the only time, I would have taken it.
Oh man, even just my test rolling right now, everything is under a 10.
All
What
your
is
dice
wrong
are
with my
cursed.
dice today? Okay, another dice.
Can I cast alarm on, like, probably just the front door and have it ping me if anyone other than Adrazen or us comes through?
Sure. I'll say, because you guys didn't specify what room you're on the second story. And you do have a window, if you want to alarm that as well.
At this point, have doffed my armor, and I'm just a teddy bear.
Do you wear clothes?
No, I'm a teddy bear. I mean, I guess I could.
That'd be so many layers.
Okay, you say this like every other race doesn't wear clothes underneath their armor, though.
How do you know they do?
Have you seen under that armor?
Fair point. All round.
Alright, Raina, you're the history buff. Did the medieval people wear clothes underneath their armor?
I feel like it was more like clothes. It's a strong word.
You have to have some dressing under there, because otherwise it's metal on flesh, and that's not good.
Like, you have something, but I wouldn't necessarily call it, like, clothing. I feel like it's more closer to, like, long johns. But that's just a guess. I'm not a huge, like, medieval buff, so I don't know too much about
From
actual
what I
knights.
recall about full plate armor, I believe that's correct. You have, like, the equivalent of, like, undershirt, underpants, and then, like, the cushioning for the armor, and then the armor.
Yeah, but it wasn't like, street clothes.
Yeah, you're not going to be wearing jeans under your plate.
Not even apple-bottom jeans, boots with the fur.
Levi's, the real protection.
His jarmer.
No!
Can someone draw patches in jean armor?
Oh, God.
Next
Those
commission.
are just called overalls.
Hey, patches and overalls would be really cute.
I have a theory.
About?
I've been staring at my notepad where I wrote down the names. And, Krista... Is it Krista Seris? What was her last name? Anyone else have that? I wrote it bad.
Yes, Saris.
Well, she and Daisy Nisha, they said that they had family matters that they had to take care of. But they're not a family. They're two unrelated people, right?
Maybe they're married or engaged or something.
They were staying together, though, weren't they?
My thought is
They
this.
could just be friends.
Or lovers.
They were roommates.
And they were roommates.
My thought is this. What if they're working with one of the crime families here? And that's why Marlena Jail was here, which she was trying to trail them since she might be like a PI of some kind.
Yeah, Marlena is definitely a weird individual here.
It's possible that that just happened to coincide with the other three getting sick from eating stuff.
You mean like they all left for different reasons? And only one happened to be the food?
Maybe.
Possible.
I kind of wish we'd asked Candace a little more about
Constance?
Izzy?
Who's Candace?
Constance?
The giant orc woman that you fell in love with?
Constance.
Constance.
Oh, did you say Candace?
I did say Candace.
Oh, it was the same name to me. Sorry. I was like, we discussed this. Started with a C and ended with an ants.
Maybe she had little brothers named Phineas and Ferb?
They like to sing a lot?
Yeah, and they have a pet platypus.
They're artificers.
Would that make Perry a druid?
Perry's a rogue.
Oh.
Yeah, I would say Perry's a
Could be
rogue.
multi-class.
He's a mastermind rogue.
Okay, so Kristen and Daisy, who said...
Or is he an assassin rogue? Because one of his... his secret identity is Perry.
I'd put him as a mastermind.
I guess we'll figure out tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to go to Grey Walls to talk to Krista and or Daisy.
Mm-hmm.
They live so close by, why bother staying in an inn?
Creature comforts, maybe? More than staying in, the Hungry Tusk garage?
Hmm.
But they're not in Highwall. They're in Greywall.
No, we're talking about the Dragas.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I just meant any of them.
It is strange.
You go German again, or Russian again?
No.
A little bit.
Okay, so Patches, let me run this by you again. You think Krista and Daisy were part of a criminal family nearby, syndicate, and Marlena Jail was here to investigate them?
I think so.
Now, this is based on nothing. But right now, it's the best we've got.
Patches, could you roll a history for me?
I can. Oh, that's an 18.
Nice.
For 18.
From your last job, you suspect that there is a secret organization somewhere in Sharn that is mob adjacent, that is not one of the ones that are well known, like the well known ones being the halfling Boromar clan and the monstrous Dask clan. I think those are just the big main two. Hold on, let me check. Page, is it on? I have nothing organized. Yeah, those are the two big ones that everyone knows about, and everyone kind of thinks of those being like the gangs in Sharn. You suspect that there is a third one, and you suspect that if your employer was not them directly, your employer had gone through them. You know nothing else about this organization.
Maybe they're somehow related to one of the organizations within Sean, one of the criminal ones.
How do you mean?
I don't know. I'm kind of grasping at straws. I'm just we haven't made a lot of progress, so I'm trying to see if I could just think this out. Look, they're the main two criminal organizations that a lot of people associate with Sean, but I have reason to believe there's more than that. One of my jobs, I worked for kind of a third shady organization within the city, and I'm thinking maybe it has something to do with that. But again, I got nothing.
Did you get a name of this organization that you were working with, or any, contacts?
No, nothing like that. It was real quiet. They were real careful not to show their hand.
What are the names of the other two that you know you didn't work with?
I can't remember.
Dask and the Boromar clan. I can type it in the chat.
Is Dask also a clan? Is it the Dask and Boromar clans, or is it like a group called Dask?
I feel like it's just a group called Dask, right?
Yeah. Dask is its own group.
Well, there's Dask and the Bormar clan that are well-known organizations within Sean, but...
Don't even get me started on the Dask.
Are they who you used to work for?
No, they're the ones who gave me this. And I'm gonna point to the scar across my face. And in case, for those of you who don't remember, Jem has claw marks running from one side of her face to the other. Diagonally.
You said the Dask gave that to you?
Mm-hmm.
And for anyone who's taking notes, the Dask is the monstrous clan and the Boromar clan is the halfling one.
Yeah, a real nasty knoll.
Like an actual mole?
A knoll.
Oh, a knoll. I thought you said mole.
Both work.
Well, he looked like a mole, and I told him as much.
Yeah, Noel, with a G, like Gem.
Yes.
Kitty's gonna pop a popper. Because it got awkwardly quiet.
Ah!
You know, I would drink or something, but I'm double immune to alcohol.
That means you should drink more.
I'll drink for you.
Patches, if you drink liquids, do you then become what?
You know, if an external source were to moisten me, I would then be moistened.
Does it soak from the inside and make your outside moist?
Could you imagine if last episode's title was Patches is Hard and this episode's title is Patches is Wet?
Well, now we have to do it, Nico.
No.
I don't think we can.
Dude, I've been so quiet outside of the scenes that I'm actively in. We can't do that. I would just feel so shitty.
God.
It would be so funny, though.
It would be so funny, but also we don't want to be deplatformed.
I know.
Wait until we have millions of followers, and then,
This will be a bonus tidbit.
then they can't kick us out.
You guys spend the rest of the evening, or at least until pretty late into the night, theorizing and also enjoying your snacks and drinks before falling asleep. Everyone go ahead and take a long rest.
Woohoo!
I feel like at the most awkward moment, or when the majority of people are almost asleep, Kitty's gonna pop the second popper.
Oh my god, Kitty.
Oh yeah, that whole conversation took place with, like, Jem just laying across Miki. Dog pile.
Yeah, after she finished screaming and then Jem dog piled on her, I think Miki just went limp and was like, okay, well, I guess this is my life for the rest of the night.
Yeah, Adreson probably popped in a few times just to make sure no one was dying and then left you guys about your business.
Mind your business.
Did he get scared when Kitty popped the poppers?
Probably, but the second time around, probably still, yeah, but less so. The morning rolls around, and you guys all descend from your room to the lobby area, regardless of whether or not you guys are eating breakfast. And you are met with an older human woman who looks directly at you guys as you guys are coming down, and seems to be seated in the front. Since you guys stayed up late, you probably woke up a little late. And the woman says, I've been expecting you.
Wait, hold on. Everybody get their D10 out.
Did she trip
6.
my alarm?
No, she did not. Nothing tripped your alarm yesterday.
Gotcha.
Everybody gotta roll their D10. We met an
Yeah.
NPC.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Okay.
6 for
1
Kitty.
second.
6.
Ooh, an 8.
Oh.
Jem likes the mature women too.
Yeah.
4 for Miki.
She's like, oh, we're probably the same age.
I got an 8
Oh.
and a 1.
Well, she's older, probably 60-something.
Age is just a number.
5'4", and she's got gray hair that's swept to the side. Ending...
What's her fantasy social security number?
ending at around her waist, and she wears nice clothes, a suit jacket and a matching outfit, and she holds a notepad. She stands up to introduce herself and says, "My name is Investigator Belinda. Sorry for the delays, but I am here to follow up on a train ride that you all have been on." And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oops.
Oh no!
Was her name Melinda or Marlena?
Belinda.
Ah, beans.
And that's the end of episode 6. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'd love to hear back from you, so please consider stopping by our Instagram, Beholding Out for a Hero, all one word, or our Twitter at twitter.com/BOFApodcast. If you liked listening to us today, we'd also really appreciate it if you could rate, like, and comment on it. We want to thank Wizards of the Coast for creating the framework of Dungeons & Dragons 5e that we're playing with, and Keith Baker for coming up with the world of Eberron that this campaign is set in. Beholding Out for a Hero releases bi-weekly, and you can find us mostly wherever podcasts are found. We can't guarantee we released it everywhere, but we did our best. We'll see you back here in 2 weeks for episode 7.